In metaphysics, reality includes things we can't always see or easily understand. Everyday life becomes a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. This audiobook will delve into the interesting world of metaphysics and show you how its ideas can change the way you live your life. Imagine waking up every day with a better understanding of the world, where every moment hides a message that needs to be figured out. Metaphysics gives you this chance by letting you actively deal with these ideas and ask deep questions about life, awareness, and the mind-body link. By going on this spiritual trip, you can learn more about who you are and what your life's goal is. Prepare to become more aware and open to new ideas that will change the way you see yourself and the world around you for good. Are you interested? Good. We are about to go on a trip as we talk about intuition, energy work, alternative worlds, and other things. You can find more meaning and happiness in your life by applying the ideas of metaphysics to your daily actions. Join us on this life-changing journey as we find out how metaphysics can be used in everyday life. First section: what reality is. The truth about your life is buried deep in a world that you will never fully understand. Philosophers, scientists, and thinkers have been interested in this idea for a very long time because it is so strange and amazing. What we sense isn't the only thing that exists. Reality goes beyond the physical world and into the realm of metaphysics. It's a complicated fabric made of energy, awareness, and connections between things. There are many levels of life in this very large world that go far beyond what we can understand. We're like tiny particles floating in an endless ocean of space, trying to make sense of things that we can't understand. Reality forces us to question everything we think we know and pushes us to discover the limits of our own mind. As you go through life, it's important to remember that truth isn't set in stone. It's fluid and always changing based on our thoughts, beliefs, and experiences. Thoughts have power. They have a bigger impact on your life than you may think. You can start to tap into the deeper layers of existence and find deep truths about yourself and the world around you by becoming more aware and thoughtful. Now that we've learned more about how metaphysics can be used in everyday life, let's talk about awareness and reality. Reality goes beyond what we can see, and so does our knowledge of mind go beyond what most people think it is. We start a journey to self-discovery and wisdom when we explore these areas with an open mind and a desire to learn. This journey will forever change how we see ourselves in relation to the vast universe. Part 2: Existence and Consciousness. Imagine that you are fully aware of your consciousness and are thinking about what life is all about. You start to wonder what it means to really live as you go deeper into your mind. Does our world have more to it than meets the eye? Is it possible for awareness to live without a body? Because these are such deep questions, they make us think about the complicated connection between awareness and reality. Consciousness is a mysterious thing that is hard to explain. It's what makes us aware of ourselves and our surroundings. How does it come into being, though? Some say that consciousness only comes from complicated chemical processes in the brain, while others take a more philosophical view and say that consciousness goes beyond matter and lives on its own in some way. Existence, on the other hand, is usually linked to things that can be touched and things that can be seen. Most of the time, we think of life as something that only exists in matter and energy. But when we think about awareness, we know that the fact that it is intangible goes against this common idea. There are questions that come up about whether there is something beyond what our senses can experience. As we think about these philosophical questions about life and awareness, we are faced with one basic truth. The mind and body are deeply connected. How we see the world and how we deal with it are shaped by the things we are aware of. This link between the mind and body says that our feelings and thoughts have an effect on our bodies. We'll learn more about this interesting connection by looking at how our mental health affects our physical health and how our physical health affects our mental health. By learning more about how the mind and body work together, we can find new ways to improve our health as a whole. Let's go on an adventure where science and faith meet as we learn more about the interesting link between the mind and the body. Part 3. Looking into the mind-body link. To find out what the mind-body connection really means, we will look at how your mental and physical health are connected. At the start of each day, you have a strong feeling that there is more to life than meets the eye. You are naturally interested in how your feelings, thoughts, and body experiences are all linked. So, friend, let me tell you that you're on the right track to find out more. Think of your mind as a garden and your body as the ground it grows in. In the same way that healthy earth feeds plants and helps them grow, a calm mind feeds your general health. When worry takes over your mind, it shows up in different parts of your body. Headaches, stomach aches, and even a weaker immune system are all signs that your mental health is affecting your physical health. The mind-body connection goes both ways, though. Regular exercise creates chemicals called endorphins that make you feel better and less anxious. When your mind is calm, you can focus better on your workouts or yoga lessons, which helps your body get better results. There is a positive feedback loop when your mental and physical parts work together in harmony. Both get better when one gets better. Now that you know how deeply your mind and body are linked, let's look at another interesting topic: perception. As we learn more about how metaphysics can be used in everyday life, using our instincts will help us find out more about ourselves and where we fit in the world. The power of intuition, Part 4. When you use your instincts, you can learn more about yourself and get better advice. For more knowledge than your logical mind can understand, use your gut. It's like having a sixth sense. That feeling, that inner knowing, is what helps you decide what to do and find your way in life. You can gain a lot of knowledge and insight by developing this natural skill. Everyone can use their intuition. It's not something that only a few people can do. It's about having faith in yourself and paying attention to the sound inside your head. Quiet your thoughts, focus on yourself, and pay attention to how your body reacts when you have to make a choice or deal with a problem. Pay attention to any feelings or sensations that come up for you. These are important signs from your instincts that will lead you in the right direction. Your gut guides you toward things that are in line with who you really are and your purpose. It can help you get through tough situations by making things clearer and giving you insights that thinking alone can't. Connecting with your natural power gives you access to a never-ending source of information and knowledge. Figuring out how to use your gut is linked to understanding energy and emotions. Everything in the world is made up of energy that vibrates at different speeds. Our emotions, thoughts, and gut feelings are also made up of energy. We can better handle our daily lives while staying in touch with our inner selves if we know how these energies work together. If you have a strong link to your intuition, you will be more in touch with your true self and make decisions based on your inner direction instead of what other people or society expects of you. Trust yourself, believe in your own power, and pay close attention to the whispers of your intuition that are trying to help you become more self-aware and happy in life. Part 5. Understanding vibrations and energy. Discover your inner strength by learning how energy and waves affect your instincts. This will help you connect with your true self more deeply and live a more fulfilling life. Energy is always moving and buzzing at different speeds all around us. This energy affects our thoughts, feelings, and eventually what we do by interacting with our own vibrating frequency. As soon as you understand this powerful dance, you can use it to improve your instincts. If you follow your instincts, it will take you to what is in line with your soul's mission. Your gut tells you whether to trust or stay away from certain people or events. If you understand energy and waves, it will be easier for you to get natural advice. You become more in tune with the subtle forces around you as you raise your own emotional level through meditation, happy thinking, and other practices. In your life, you start to notice coincidences and have times of understanding that help you live in line with who you really are. People give off their own unique vibrations based on what they think, feel, believe, and have experienced. Through the law of attraction, these energies bring more of the same into their lives. Positive vibrations bring about positive memories, and negative vibrations bring about bad ones. When you understand this concept, you can choose the energy that is around you. Focus on positive thoughts and feelings. As we go into more detail about the law of attraction in the next section, keep in mind that the first step to becoming more powerful is to understand energy and vibes. You can improve your instincts and make your life full of joy and wealth by intentionally raising your energy level through things like meditation or mantras. So, let's study how this natural law works hand in hand with energy to create our wishes easily. Sixth part, the law of attraction. Accept the power of the law of attraction and watch as your wishes come true naturally based on the energy you send out. As the saying goes, like attracts like. This means that no matter what kind of energy or vibration you send out into the world, you will receive it back in kind. In other words, if you think about bad things and not having enough, those things will come into your life. If, on the other hand, you send out good vibes and believe in wealth, it will come to you naturally. It's important to know that the law of attraction isn't just a way to wish things would happen. You have to do something to make it happen. Your ideas, feelings, beliefs, and behaviors must all be in line with the reality you want to make. You're telling the world what you really want by doing that, like listening into a certain radio station. If you want to hear classical music but the dial is set to rock music, you won't be able to hear it clearly. In the same way, if your views and thoughts are focused on lack and limits instead of wealth and success, then that is what you will experience. You can make all of your dreams come true by using the power of the law of attraction. But keep in mind that this process takes time and patience. When our wants don't come true right away, or exactly the way we picture them, we might get angry. We can keep going toward our goals, though, if we have a strong belief in what we want and keep a good vibe even when things get hard. To sum up, let the law of attraction work for you by focusing your thinking on what you want most in life. Remember that like attracts like, so think about good things like love and thanks instead of bad things like lack. Stay patient and keep doing what you're doing over time, and you'll start to see your wishes come true in ways you never thought possible. So, let's learn more about how to make your dreams come true and how to use the law of attraction in your everyday life. Part 7. Making your dreams come true. If you know how manifestation works, you can make sure that your thoughts and beliefs are in line with what you really want. This will create a strong, magical pull that brings those things into your life. Having a clear picture of what you want to bring into your life is the first step. Take some time to picture yourself living that reality and feel the happiness, energy, and satisfaction that comes with it. As you keep your mind on this goal, the world starts to react to your wishes. That being said, you should really believe that what you want is possible for you. Doubt and limited ideas can get in the way of manifesting. Develop a strong faith in yourself and the universe's power to make your dreams come true. Believe that everything is working out for the best and that the world is working together to help you. After deciding what you want and having strong faith in it, you should take inspired action to reach your goals. When you use manifestation, you can't just sit back and wait for things to happen on their own. You have to do something too. Pay attention to your gut and do what feels right for you in terms of what you want. This could mean looking for chances, taking classes or training, or making connections with people who share your interests. Do whatever feels right to you. Visualizing, believing, and acting on what inspires you are the 3 rules of manifestation that you will start to see happen in your life. It will seem like opportunities will appear out of nowhere. People who can help or support you will show up out of the blue, and everything will fall into place perfectly. Take these signs as proof that you're on the right track to making your dreams come true. As we learn more about faith, let's look at how connecting with something bigger than ourselves can help us make our dreams come true without any problems. Part 8. Accepting spirituality. You now know what it means to manifest your wishes and how to make them come true. Now, let's go one step further and really live our faith. Now is the time to connect with something bigger than yourself and inner parts of yourself. Realizing that there's more to life than meets the eye is what it means to be spiritual. At the heart of it is the idea that there is an unseen force directing us on our path. Spirituality lets you connect with this energy and use its power, whether you believe in a greater power, the world, or just the idea that everything is linked. For some people, becoming spiritual changes the way they see life. You become aware of the signs that point you in the right direction, the coincidences that happen, and the knowledge that lies within your instincts. Spirituality gives people a feeling of purpose and meaning that goes beyond material things or what society expects of them. When you become spiritual, you become open to a world of options and endless potential. It makes you wonder things like, who am I? Why am I here? What's my role in this vast universe? You begin to put your faith in something bigger than yourself and give up control over things that are out of your reach. This doesn't mean you're not responsible for what you do. Instead, it means realizing that there are forces at work that you can't understand. As we move on to the next section on finding balance in life, keep in mind that being spiritual doesn't mean following strict rules or believing in certain things. You need to find your own way and connect with something deep inside you, whatever speaks to your soul. Let's look at how finding balance can help this spiritual journey even more. Part 9. Finding balance in your life. It can be hard to find balance in today's busy world, but research shows that 70% of people who make self-care a priority and set up a daily routine feel better overall. It's easy to get caught up in the chaos of modern life and forget about our own needs. But it's important for our physical, social, and emotional health to take the time to find balance. By putting self-care first, you're not only investing in yourself, but you're also making your life easier to live. One good way to find peace is to make a daily practice. Start by writing down the things that make you happy and help you relax. It could be as easy as going for a walk in the woods, meditating or practicing awareness, or doing things that make your heart sing. Making these things a part of your daily routine will help you find time for yourself, even when life is busy. Learning how to set limits and say no when you need to is another important part of finding peace. You should know that you can't always please everyone and do everything. You can make more room for what's important to you by putting your own health first and declining responsibilities that don't fit with your morals or goals. Finding balance is an ongoing process that needs to be thought about and changed as you go through the different stages of life. Don't forget that it's okay to change your goals if you need to. Being flexible lets you handle new situations with ease while staying true to who you are. Knowing how our actions affect our lives is important for keeping balance in this complicated world we live in. So let's look into the part of karma in finding balance. Part 10. What karma does. Think about what it would be like to know how the things you do affect your life, and how that knowledge could help you stay balanced in this crazy world we live in. Karmic rules play this part. You can't just think about karma or believe in it religiously. It's a real force that affects our daily lives. This shows us that everything we do has results, good or bad, and these results affect what we experience in the future. After learning about karma, you can make smarter decisions and make your life more in line with what you really want. Karma is based on the idea of cause and effect, which means that everything you do leaves an energy mark that affects the people and things that come into your life. Being kind and compassionate to others is an example of a good action that you can do over and over again. The good energy you put out will then come back to you in the form of happiness, plenty, and relationships that make you feel good. Alternatively, if you do bad things like lying or hurting other people, you'll create bad karma that will show up as problems and challenges. Being able to take charge of your own life means understanding the role of fate. You no longer feel like a victim of your circumstances because you know that the choices you make have a direct effect on how things turn out for you. You can make choices based on love, kindness, and honesty instead of fear or self-interest when you are aware of these things. You can get through life more easily if you match your deeds with good goals and values. When we talk about past lives, remember that knowing about karma is important for more than just this life. What we do now is affected by what we've been through in the past, and it also shapes how our lives will go in the future. As we learn from our mistakes and develop good habits like acceptance and thanks, karma gives us a chance to grow and change. Remember that everything you do counts. Make a smart pick. Part 11. Looking into past lives. You can learn more about your soul's journey and the lessons it has learned by looking into past lives. Spiritual growth is thought to happen through many lives, with each soul going through different tasks and settings. By looking into your past lives, you can find patterns or repeating themes that can help you understand current problems or relationships in your life. With this information, you can make smart decisions and break out of bad habits. Looking into your past lives can be interesting and teach you new things. You can get to memories from past lives by using methods like regression therapy or meditation. You might remember these things as clear pictures, strong feelings, or even physical experiences. You might start to recognize familiar names or places that speak to your inner being as you dig deeper into these memories of a past life. Knowing about your past lives can help you understand what's going on in your present. For instance, if you've always had trouble trusting people, looking into a past life where deception was common might help you understand this trend. In order to heal and grow in this life, you need to figure out where these problems come from. There are many ways to learn about yourself and grow spiritually when you look into past lives. It lets you connect with a higher level of awareness and learn from the lessons your soul has learned over many lives. Now is the time to dig deeper into who you are and find out the secrets of your past lives. They hold the key to a better understanding of who you are. Now, let's talk about how to connect with higher consciousness by becoming more aware of things other than ourselves. Part 12. Getting in touch with higher consciousness. You can reach a higher level of consciousness and connect with the knowledge that is all around you by becoming more aware of things other than yourself. You become more in tune with the world's subtle forces and emotions, when you are in this state of increased awareness. Realizing that you're not different from the world, but an important part of it, you start to see how everything is more deeply linked. When you connect with higher awareness, you can get advice and ideas that go beyond your own point of view. It makes room in your life for inspiration and creativity to come in easily. Knowing more about the bigger picture and how everything fits together starts to happen as you connect with this higher level of awareness. At times you might get psychic flashes, synchronicities, or even signs from loved ones or spirit guides who have died. Being connected to a higher awareness also gives you a deep sense of peace and calm. It helps you get past the problems and worries of normal life and connect with a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. Now that your awareness is wider, you know that life is more than just the physical world. There is a huge ocean of knowledge waiting to be discovered. As we continue to look into how metaphysics can be used in everyday life, we will now turn our attention to the illusion of time. Time may seem to move in a straight line and stay the same, but many spiritual groups say that time is just a dream that our limited minds make up. Stay tuned as we delve into this interesting subject and reveal the secret truths about how time really works. Part 13. The false sense of time. People often think of time as straight and set, but it's really just an illusion that keeps us from seeing how things really are. Time is often seen as a strict unit that moves in a straight line from the past to the present to the future. But what if I told you that time changes faster than we think? According to quantum physics, time might not be set at all, but rather something that our minds make up. In other words, the past, the present and the future are not three different things. They are all linked moments that happen at the same time. For a moment, picture yourself on the edge of a very large ocean. You can see waves breaking against the beach as you look out to sea. Each wave is a picture of reality, a moment in time. However, if you went below the top, you would find a whole new world. There are no clear waves or lines underwater. Everything moves together without any problems. In the same way, we can start to see life as a constant flow when we let go of the limits of linear time awareness and connect with greater consciousness. We can start to see reality differently once we realize that time is just a trick of the mind. We don't have to be stuck in a straight process where things happen one after the other and we have no control over how they turn out. Instead, we can see that everything exists at the same time in this cosmic dance we call life. Realizing this opens up a world of options we could never have imagined and lets us reach our full potential as conscious beings. As we look into the illusion of Part 14. The point of suffering. Look at the story of someone who went through a terrible loss and used their pain to inspire others to make the world a better place. This will help you understand why you are suffering and how it can lead to greater understanding and happiness in your life. Imagine someone who lost their child in a terrible accident. It would have broken their world and made them feel like they could not handle any more sadness. During their worst moments of pain, this person could have easily given up and let their sadness take over. They did not follow that road, though. They turned their pain into something useful by starting an organization that helps families who have been through the same terrible things. This amazing person turned their own pain into a way for others to help, which not only helped them, but also became an example for others who are going through hard times. They found new purpose and meaning in their life when they chose to face and change their pain. Suffering isn't just meant to hurt us. It's also a chance to grow and change. It makes us face our weaknesses, question our views, and rethink what's most important to us. Pain can make us care about others and make us want to make things better. It forces us out of our comfort zones and makes us look for answers even when they don't seem obvious. By doing this, we build strength, kindness, and knowledge that make us and those around us better. As we explore the complicated weave of life, it is important to remember that pain is a way for us to grow as people. By looking into the purpose of pain, we can see how it can change things when used in a positive way. By looking at the story of someone who used sorrow to make their community a better place, we can see how a deep loss can move people to do acts of kindness and strength. We face problems when we suffer, but if we're ready to deal with it thoughtfully, it shapes who we are. In light of this, let's move on to the next section on relationships, where we'll talk about how our pain can shape and strengthen our connections with others. Part 15. Figuring out relationships. So, you've been thinking about the point of suffering and trying to figure out why we have to go through pain and trouble. It's a deep philosophical question that has probably made you think and feel deeply about yourself. Now, let's talk about something more concrete, but still very important: how to handle relationships. Because at the end of the day, we really feel life's ups and downs through our relationships with other people. It's like a careful dance. Relationships are complicated and always changing. Every kind of relationship, from friendships to loved ones, has its own hurdles and benefits. These connections help us understand ourselves better and learn how to treat others with kindness, care, and understanding. They give us chances to learn more about ourselves and grow. But it's not always easy to handle partnerships. Both sides have to put in work and be committed to it. Being open and sensitive while also setting healthy limits is what it means. It means actively hearing, which means we try to understand instead of just waiting our turn to talk. And most importantly, it means being honest and real when you talk to someone. We go into more detail about how to handle relationships in our other book on communication. We talk about a lot of different things, like how to solve conflicts, how to communicate clearly, and how to grow personal closeness. You can find and listen to that book on this station. It will help you change your life and become a better person and speaker. Let's look into the depths of how people connect with each other. We hope to learn things that will help us form better bonds with the people around us, bonds that make us happy instead of sad. So, let's start this trip together. A journey to change bad thought habits so that we can have relationships that are peaceful, full of love and understanding. Section 16. Changing patterns of negative thoughts. Starting the process of changing bad thought habits can help you see things in a new way and make your interactions better. You can really change how you see yourself, other people, and the world around you through this process. You can change your mind to be more loving and caring by becoming aware of your negative thoughts and trying to replace them with positive ones. Negative thought patterns are often caused by deeply held beliefs or events that happened in the past that have changed how we see ourselves and others. These thoughts can be harmful because they can make us question our worth or hold grudges against people close to us. We can change our relationships into places of love, understanding, and growth, though, by deciding to fight these negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones. One effective way to change negative thought habits is to focus on being thankful. Making time every day to think about what you're thankful for can help you shift your attention from what's wrong to what you're thankful for. Your brain will be rewired to be more positive, and this simple action will also help you connect more deeply with yourself and the people around you. Beginning the process of changing negative thought habits is a powerful action that could have a huge effect on your relationships. This section will talk about how to challenge bad thinking, practice thanks, and become more self-aware. By doing these things, you can make your relationships full of love and understanding. Section 17. Getting to know yourself. By becoming more self-aware, you can find the deepest parts of your true self and connect deeply with others. Being self-aware is the key to knowing who you really are, beyond the jobs and names that other people give you. It means paying attention to your ideas, feelings, and behaviors in the current moment without attaching yourself to them or judging them. Through this practice, you become more aware of the ways you act and think that might be stopping you from living a full life. Self-awareness helps you connect with your inner world and find your way around the outside world more easily. You start to be aware of when negative thought patterns show up and can change them into positive ones. You can choose not to let self-doubt or criticism hold you back. Instead, you can replace those thoughts with positive ones that help you grow and be healthy. Not only does this change in attitude help you, it also changes how you deal with other people. You become more empathetic and compassionate toward yourself and others as you learn more about yourself. You start to understand that everyone is going through their own hard times and has their own worries. When you understand this, you can make stronger relationships with people because you can see past their differences and connect with them on a deeper level of humanity. Being self-aware makes you more open to these links and makes room for real interactions based on confidence, respect, and understanding. Being self-aware is an ongoing process that helps us connect with others in a real way and find what makes us unique. To do this, we have to be in the current moment and watch our thoughts without attaching or judging them. Being self-aware helps us change our bad thought habits into positive ones and learn to understand how others feel. Living in the present means letting go of the past and thinking about the future and focusing on what is happening right now. We can learn to be deeply grateful for the present moment and find joy in the little things in life by practicing mindfulness. Part 18. Being present in the present. When you live in the present, you can fully enjoy and respect the beauty of every moment. It is very simple to worry about the future or think about things you wish you had done differently in the past. But life is at its finest when you're truly present. You become aware of every feeling, sound, and sense that comes up inside you. When you live in the present moment, your senses can paint on it, making your life a rich patchwork of events. Allow yourself to let go of stress and worry when you live in the present moment. You understand that thinking about what might happen or focusing on what has already happened takes away from the happiness that is present right now in this place. It gives you a deep peace and happiness that you can't get anywhere else. When you focus on what's happening right now, your mind stops thinking about anything else. All other thoughts fade away. Living in the present moment also lets you connect with other people more deeply. When you give someone your full attention, without any other thoughts or things going through your mind, you can truly connect with them. You pay more attention and understand more deeply because you can hear and feel what they're saying. Relationships that are based on understanding and real connection are better when this level of presence is present. Being able to live in the present moment is an art that needs practice and attention, but it's worth working on because it makes it easy to connect with general knowledge. When we live in the present moment, we open ourselves up to receiving thoughts and direction from something bigger than ourselves. Our knowledge runs through us when we let go of our attachments to the past or the future and just be in the present moment with what's happening. There are no hard and fast rules for connecting with universal knowledge. Instead, it tells us to keep learning about ourselves and being fully present in the present moment. Giving your full attention to the present moment could help you understand life's puzzles and how everything is connected. Let go of your fears, relax, and give your full attention to the event at hand. You have access to an endless amount of possible information. Part 19. Getting in touch with universal wisdom. You can get deep thoughts and help from something bigger than yourself when you tap into universal knowledge. It's the ability to connect with a group consciousness that knows and understands everything. The more you use this knowledge, the more options and answers you can find that may have seemed impossible before. It's like being able to hear the universe's deepest lessons right now. You start to see that there's a lot more going on than meets the eye when you connect with universal knowledge. You begin to see trends in your life, links between events, and deeper messages that you couldn't see before. Things make sense in ways they never did before all of a sudden. You learn more about who you are and where you fit in the world. It gives you peace and trust that your life will go as planned when you link with universal knowledge. No longer do you feel lost or alone because you know that help is always there for you if you're ready to listen. It's like having a hidden guide that points you in the direction of your highest road and mission. You set yourself up for growth and change as you continue your journey of self-discovery when you connect with universal knowledge. The strength and depth of this relationship grow. One way to strengthen this link even more is to meditate. This practice helps you clear your mind and become fully open to receiving the thoughts and advice that are there for you. Let's look into how meditation can help us reach even higher levels of performance. Section 20. How to use meditation's power. When you accept the power of meditation, you can reach your full potential and learn more about the knowledge that exists everywhere. If you take a few minutes every day to clear your mind and connect with your inner self, you let the world give you deep insights and direction. Meditation can help you grow as a person and as a spiritual being. It's not just a way to relax. When you meditate, you reach a deep state of stillness where you can watch your thoughts without judging them or getting attached to them. This practice can help you see problems or questions more clearly and from a different point of view. Getting more in touch with the present moment makes room for new thoughts and ideas to come up. In this place, the universe's knowledge can flow through you and help you understand things better and find happiness. Meditation is also good for your body and mind in many other ways besides just spiritual growth. Regular meditation practice has been shown to lower stress, improve focus and attention, boost the immune system, boost imagination, and improve general health. Making meditation a daily habit will not only help you tap into the power of universal knowledge, but it will also help your body and mind. Using the power of meditation goes hand in hand with incorporating spiritual ideas into your daily life. In the same way that meditation helps us connect with our inner knowledge, incorporating spiritual ideas into our daily lives does the same. These simple but powerful practices, like setting goals, practicing gratitude, picturing what we want to happen, or connecting with nature, help us match our energy with what we want and bring about positive change. You can do anything in life if you use meditation to access the knowledge that is inside you. Adding spiritual ideas to this trip makes it even better by giving us the power to build our world based on higher truths. Okay, now close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let the power of meditation lead you to a life full of happiness, wealth, and satisfaction. Putting metaphysical ideas into everyday life. Section 21. Making spiritual ideas a part of your daily life can have a huge effect on your health and happiness. These methods have been shown to reduce stress by 30% when used regularly, according to studies. Imagine beginning your day with a short meditation to center yourself and make good goals for the day ahead. Just doing this one thing can help you find inner peace and focus that will help you deal with any problems that come up in your daily life. Try adding purpose and awareness to them. Be present and aware while doing anything, from cooking a meal to doing jobs around the house to going to work. As you do these things, pay attention to how your body feels and bring your attention back to the present moment whenever your mind starts to wander. Not only does this improve the quality of your experience, but it also makes room for greater links and ideas. Regularly showing thanks is another way to bring spiritual ideas into your everyday life. Every day, take a moment to thank God for all the good things in your life, no matter how big or small they are. It could be as easy as being thankful for a nice day or telling someone you appreciate them for making your day better. Being thankful opens the door to more good things in your life and makes it easier to receive them. Using spiritual ideas in your daily life is a powerful way to improve your health and happiness. We can make our lives more peaceful, clear, and full by incorporating mindfulness, purpose, and thanks into our daily lives. The next step on our path to holistic health is to learn about healing methods, like energy work, that can help us connect with ourselves and the world around us even more. We can reach our full potential for growth and change by connecting with the energy that lives in us and around us. With these mending methods, we can get rid of stuck energy, connect our mind, body, and spirit, and balance our chakras. We start to understand how everything is linked and how our energy can affect and be affected by our surroundings as we learn more about this world. We can grow a stronger link with the world and with ourselves through these practices. This will help us heal deeply and reach new levels of personal and spiritual growth. Part 22. Energy work and healing. When you learn about healing and energy work, you connect with the strong energy inside you and around you, which opens up your ability to grow and change. Healing and energy work are broad terms for many different types of activities that aim to bring balance and unity back to our physical, mental, and spiritual selves. These practices, like Reiki, acupuncture, and meditation, connect with the life force energy that runs through all living things. Healing and energy work are both ways to take an active role in your own health by removing imbalances and blockages that might be getting in the way of your personal growth. Healing and energy work can clear spiritual blocks in our bodies, which is a very strong effect. These blocks can show up as sickness or pain in the body, mental problems, or even spiritual stagnation. We can free up stuck energies and get our natural flow of health back by using methods like chakra balance and aura cleaning. We make room for internal growth and change to happen when we do this. Besides getting rid of blocks, mending and energy work help us use our natural ability to fix ourselves. Every person has the ability to fix themselves, but this ability is often not used because of stresses or limited ideas that keep us from fully accessing it. Healing practices help us get in touch with our inner doctor by making us aware of the places in our lives where we are imbalanced or sick. As we learn to pay more attention to our body's signs and how to send healing energy to these places, we give ourselves the power to grow and change. When we explore the worlds of healing and energy work, we start a journey of self-discovery that helps us understand ourselves better. By exploring, we find out things about ourselves that we didn't know before, which helps us grow as people. As we continue to explore ourselves with an open mind and heart, we welcome personal growth and change without holding back, letting ourselves become the best versions of ourselves. Section 23. accepting change and personal growth. When you let yourself grow and change, a lot of new opportunities come your way. You feel like you're entering a whole new world where your possibilities are endless and your true self can shine through. Being open to change that pushes you out of your comfort zone and forces you to grow and improve is a big part of personal growth. It's not always simple, but it's worth every bit. Being aware of yourself is an important part of growing as a person. You start to become more aware of your thoughts, feelings, and actions as you go on this trip. It starts to make sense to you why you respond the way you do in certain situations, and how those responses might be stopping you from reaching your full potential. Now that you know more about yourself, you can choose to act in ways that are true to who you are, instead of just responding out of habit or fear. Accepting your weaknesses is another important part of growing as a person. To find new opportunities, you need to be brave enough to leave what you know and are happy with. There are situations that can deeply change you, that can happen when you let yourself be sensitive. We can grow and become the best versions of ourselves when we face our fears and doubts head on. Remind yourself that this road of personal growth and change will last a lifetime as you continue on it. You can always find more layers to peel back, things to learn, and chances to grow. Allow yourself to be patient and kind to yourself as you go through the ups and downs of the process. And as we learn more about multiple worlds, keep in mind that each step forward brings us closer to knowing how everything is linked. Part 24. Looking into parallel realities. Now you're on a journey of personal growth and change, where you're exploring your full potential and accepting new ways of being. But what if I told you that there are other worlds going on at the same time as the one you're in? It may sound like something from science fiction, but metaphysics tells us that these different worlds are very real. Please imagine for a moment that every choice you make has an impact that spreads to other possible outcomes. For each choice, there is a different world where things happen in a different way. In a different world, you might have picked a different job path or met someone else. There are multiple worlds going on at the same time, and each has its own feelings and results. It can be both interesting and confusing to look into alternative worlds. It gives us the chance to reach our full potential and opens up a world of endless opportunities. We can start to change our views and accept the thought that anything is possible once we realize that we are not stuck in one world. How then do we get between these different realities? How do we pick the right path? The key is in what we want and what we believe. When we match ourselves with the world we want and really think it exists, we make it possible for ourselves to experience it. And so, as you continue to grow and learn about yourself, know that there is more to it than meets the eye. By accepting the idea of alternative worlds, we can broaden our views and enter new areas of possibility. Do not give up. Keep looking and believing, because there is much more waiting for you than you can see now. Let us now talk more about how to apply the ideas of metaphysics to daily life. Section 25. Affirming the ideas of metaphysics in your daily life opens up your secret abilities and welcomes the magic of combining different realities in your life. Let's live by the ideas of metaphysics and connect with a world that is deeper than what we see. For example, metaphysics isn't just a vague idea that only thinkers can understand. It can help you in your everyday life. Imagine waking up every morning with a sense of wonder, because you know that the day ahead holds an endless number of opportunities. By accepting the ideas of metaphysics, you make yourself more open to experiencing other worlds besides our own. This means being aware that your thoughts and goals can change the way things turn out. However, how can you actually use these ideas in your daily life? Start by becoming aware of your ideas and thoughts. Realize that they have a huge impact on your life. Change your way of thinking from one of lack and restrictions to one of plenty and possibilities. Next, use imagination to bring what you want into your life. When you close your eyes, clearly picture yourself already living in the world you want to experience. As if those goals had already come true, feel the feelings that come with reaching them. You can match yourself with the energy of what you want to attract by doing this every day. Do what inspires you to get what you want. Metaphysics isn't just sitting back and waiting for magic to happen. It's about working with the world to make things happen. Believe that God knows when the right time is, but do what you need to do to make things happen. Putting philosophical ideas into practice in your daily life is a powerful way to learn about yourself and change. Synchronicities will happen more often as you become more in tune with the subtle forces around you. They will help you get in touch with your greatest self. Remember, dear friend, that metaphysics isn't just a field of study. It has the power to make all parts of our lives better if we choose to accept its knowledge. Do not be afraid to enter this world of overlapping realities. The magic will happen right in front of your eyes. Coming to the end, exploring metaphysics in your daily life has led you on a journey of self-discovery and understanding. You've looked deep into reality and learned that it's not just what you see, but a complicated mix of awareness and existence. The power of insight is now yours to use to help you on your way since you understand it. In addition,